Thank you for the very warm welcome. And at the outset, on the occasion of the Social Media Day, our best wishes from UNICEF to all of you, and also the users of the social media across the globe. And today, I feel as we are progressing very fast to the digital India, this is a very appropriate and relevant issue which needs to be discussed so that we can increase the utility and the efficiency of the usage of the social media. And today I've been asked to express my views with regard to the social media for cause-based communications. So in this context, as a person from UNICEF, which works for the realization of the rights of the children, I would like to start my views, expressing my views with the Sustainable Development Goals, which have been declared on 25th September 2015 by UN General Assembly and endorsed by all the governments in the world. And the basic objective of the SDGs is to transform the world by 2020 with about 17 goals and 169 associated targets on various aspects. And I feel that if we talk in this context, the SDGs talked about several issues. It really envisaged a world free of hunger, a world free of poverty, and also a world free of disease, fear and violence, and universal education for children with emphasis on the quality of the education and health care and the social protection, and also the safe environments for children and the communities by providing the safe drinking water and sanitation facilities and hygiene, what we are talking in the Swachh Bharat mission. So, and it also highlighted the need for partnerships where the role of the media comes, the social media, and the role of every stakeholder, every individual comes. And it has really talked about the need for, in view of the glaring disparities on various issues across the world, it has talked about the equity, and it has also talked about even the urban issues and the migrant issues, and various issues it has paid attention. And it also aimed at formulating the inclusive, ultimately come up with the inclusive societies across the world. So when we talk about all these, and which it talks about the partnership, I think social media has a great role to play in transforming the whole world and also India. And by saying this, I would also like to, when we talk about the cause, I think we need to talk about certain things. And we, as a person from UNICEF, I would like to focus more on the rights of the child. And basically the rights of the child, we recognize 4 basic rights for the children. The right for survival, the right for development, right for protection, and right for participation, which covers almost the entire life cycle of the child and life cycle of an individual. And for this, a convention on the rights of the child has been declared, laying all these rights in 1989, which has been ratified by the government of India also in 1992. So we are committed to the realization of the child rights. And when it comes to the social media, if you see I don't go in depth, but I would like to briefly touch upon, when we think about the right for the survival, the social media has a great role to play. We need to give more access, better access to people about how we can ensure the right for the survival. There are so many schemes, so many programs which have been initiated by the governments. And these were complemented by so many efforts from several other stakeholders like the civil societies or the Panchayat Raj institutions or even the corporates and several community networks. So when we talk about this information, what are the programs that are available for them? What are the schemes that are available to them? This information should go to every person. And what are their entitlements to ensure the right to the survival to a child. So this has to be, one is the access to information we can give. And second, every day, like the different programs are there. And some programs, if it doesn't reach certain section of the population, so where the people are missed out. And those things can be brought out so that it helps the service providers, whether it is government or other service providers, to recognize the missed out people, and it helps them to reach those people. And if there is some quality is missing, the social media can come with like where the quality is missing, so that the quality can be ensured. And also at the same time, it is not only the responsibility of a service provider, it is even a responsibility of every individual to ensure that a child who is born in the family, it is that we need to take care of the child for the survival. So what is the basic responsibility of the parents? What kind of care can they provide to the child to ensure the survival right? So this can be even, it acts, the social media can also act as an educational tool for the families. And when we talk about the right to development, and what kind of implication right to development has, and what should we do? So for example, to give you the background, if we provide the right nutrition and right health care, it helps the child to grow better. And it helps in the, and it is complemented by the stimulation, the early stimulation. It helps the child to ensure the right brain development, complete brain development, which helps the child to increases the learning capacity of the child when he goes to the school. And when he grows as an adult, it improves the capabilities, and it improves the quality of the ability to perform, that increases. So ultimately it has an implication on the standard of living of the persons and improving the economy of the persons, and it ultimately it helps to break the intergenerational cycles of poverty. So by ensuring the development, like giving proper nutrition, health care, and even right stimulation, and then quality education in the schools, and access to every child to education, inclusive educations. So this will help, ultimately has an impact on the human resource development and economic development and social development. So this can be possible. The social media can play a very larger role to ensure these kinds of inputs to reach to the children. And the same way, we also have the child rights and the child protection, right to protection and participation. If you see that, even of late I have seen in Instagrams and Facebooks how even the children are involved in the discussion on the child trafficking, child abuse, and also even in the issues like drugs, and they have a great role to play. And ultimately what I would like to mention is, maybe at this point of time, in view of the paucity of time, I don't go into further details, but I would like to say that realizing all these things, what kind of things we can think of, like how we can use more efficiently, we can use the social media. Maybe one thing we need to think of, providing the safe place for children to express. And we don't even need to expect that they need to reveal their identity. Then they can come up, they can go for the free expression. And the second thing I would like to mention is, the second thing is, like, probably we need to consider, whenever the children are engaged in these kinds of expressions and all, sometimes there may be chance of going hayway in expressions. So probably we can even initiate some kind of discussions on the right issues in the right direction at right time. So this can be, even we can orchestrate this kind of discussions. This is the second thing we can think of. And third thing, what I feel is, even we need to educate every member of the community and the parents, like how to be sensitive to the needs of the children. So instead of all the time blaming the children, how sensitive are we to the children? And what are we doing to realize the rights of the children at every stage of life? So this we can sense through the social media, we can give this kind of information to the parents to become more sensitive. And I also have another idea that already it is going on across the media in different social media sites, conducting the quizzes or public discourses or the exchanges and these kinds of. Maybe in these, maybe we can take a cause so that the deliberations or exchanges will be more meaningful. And also, like the last point which I would like to mention is, there are so many good things when we see the cause, the social cause, whether it is the survival or development or protection or participation, maybe we can see like what are the good things that are happening across the state, in different parts of the state, so that we can highlight this, what is doing well. And if you can bring this, it helps the people from the other part of the state to learn better and use those, adapt some of these models. And having said all these, and I would also like to mention at the end that UNICEF is also involved in the social media campaigns. In the past, we have done one campaign on the Putulu, like how to promote the use of toilets so that we can avoid the open defecation. So, and make the communities open defecation free communities. So in this, we had a great response on this, and this has shown, it has influenced really, and the usage of the toilets have been improved. There are evidences and documentations. And the second thing, of late, we are even involved, we have just started a social media campaign to give the fair start to every child. So fair start and even the fair chance to every child. So on that, we have also produced a film, and we are carrying out this social media campaign on that. So can you please run the film, so that with that I would like to stop here.
You may skip to start, but millions like us can neither skip inequality nor get a fair start.
Eating sugar. What twinkle, twinkle? What twinkle, twinkle? What twinkle, twinkle, little star? Twinkle, twinkle, little star. Twinkle, twinkle, little star. How I wonder what you are.
Millions of children in India face an uncertain future.
due to lack of opportunities.
Who else would know it better than us? Help us get a fair start in life.
We deserve a fair start.
And I'm sure these kinds of campaign would make the children as the more powerful change agents and also the adults as more responsible adults. And I thank Simulations for giving me this opportunity to present the views of UNICEF. Thank you so much.